ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Sairam everyone. To continue where we left off, we're going to look at the sixth Rit mantra in the first Anuvaka of Sri Rudram. We'll read the mantra. Adhya vochadadhi vakta prathamo daivyo bhishak ahigscha sarvan champayant sarvascha yatu dhanyah adhyavochadadhi vakta prathamo daivyo bhishak ahigscha sarvani jambhayant sarvascha yatu dhanyah adhyavochadadhi vakta prathamo daivyo bhishak ahigscha sarvani jambayant sarvascha yatu dhanyah. Just to highlight a few letters which you have to pay attention to. The Udhya, this is the fourth letter in the Tavarga, so it has to be aspirated, Mahaprana. So with a little bit of emphasis you have to say Dhya, okay, Adhya, Ochada, Dhi, again the fourth letter in the Tavarga, so it is with Mahaprana aspirated. So it should be Dhi, the Dhi, okay. This is Ukta, Dhi Bhakta, Prathamo. This is second letter in the Tavarga, so it has to be aspirated. Tha, tha, okay. Prathamo, Daivyo, Bhi. This is the fourth letter in the Pavarga. Bhi, and this is the sh, which is with the tongue pointing upwards. It's a cerebral tongue position. So sh, bhi, shak. Okay. Ahi gscha, ig and scha. Okay. Ahi gscha. This is in. That is the fifth letter, the nasal letter in the cha varga. Inja. Okay. Sarvany jambha. Again, bha comes, which is the fourth letter in the pa varga. So bha. Yeah. The next one is a three consonant compound letter. A compound consonant made up of three consonants. In, it, and sa. Insa. Okay. Sarvascha yadu dha. Again, the fourth letter in the tha varga. Dhanyah. Yatu dhanya. This is just to highlight some of the letters. You will have to pay a little more attention so that you can pronounce it well. Now let's look at the pada form. That is each individual word separated so that the sandhis are all broken up. Adhi, avochat. This adya vochad adhivakta, there are three words which I have split it as. This is adya vochat. This is adhi avochat. So as you can see, the E and A have become ya. So that's how you get adhya. Okay. Avochat, this it and A combine. So the it actually changes into the id, the third letter in the tha varga. So that's how it becomes the. Okay. Avocha, the, the. Okay. So those are two sandhis, just to give you an explanation. Then prathamo is prathamaha, because again this visarga at the end becomes O because of sandhi. So the simple word is prathamaha. And daivyo is daivyaha. Again the visarga has become O. Then bishak is as is. Then if you take the next one, as you know, it's a long compound word, samasa. It's multiple words. Okay, as you can see, there are 5 words or 6 words which are combined to ahigascha sarvan jampayan sarvascha. Okay, so ahin and cha, this in, or it's you can say anuswara. So it's a sandhi which is very common in Taittiriya Upanishad, in Krishna Yajurveda actually. So where the anuswara, for certain combinations, it becomes ig or gung. Okay, I think we have talked about it before also. So that ig is because the anuswara has become that. Okay. So the simple word is ahin cha, ahigas cha. That's how it changes into. So ahin and cha, sarvan jampayan. This in becomes in because the anuswara or any in sound becomes the 5th letter, the nasal sound of the consonant which follows. So when ja comes in the cha varga, so nya is the nasal sound in that varga. So that's how it becomes sarvan jambhayan. Okay. So this in is another sandhi. So that's how the it comes. Actually, there's another anuswara which comes, which becomes the. So it's a bit complicated in terms of sandhi. But these are very common only in the Vedic scripts, Vedic language. Okay, Jambayan, Sarva. Okay, so there's an additional it which has come in because of sandhi. Cha. So this Sarva cha, again because sandhi, the visarga becomes sh. So Sarvascha. Okay. Yatu dhanya. So this is the word split of the mantra. As you can see, it's a very heavy mantra with lots of aspirated sounds. So we'll go to the Rishi, Chandas, and Devata. The Rishi is Kanva Rishi. Chandas is Anushtup. Anushtup is 32 syllables of 4-8 quarters. Okay, and Devata is Shambhu. Shambhu is another form of Shiva who is considered to be the most calm, peaceful, and so on. Okay. If you look at the meaning, okay, I will put the word split of the mantra. Adhi. Adhi means over, above, or intensely. All these meanings are, it's a prefix. Generally, it's used as a prefix, though it's a word by itself also. The Vedic scripture, they treat it as a separate word. Adhi means one who is over and above, or with a lot of emphasis. Okay, all that is meant by the word Adhi. The next word is avochat. Avochat is a verb. In English, there's something called aorist. It's a type of verb tense. It is only used in olden language. If you take I think in Greek language had lots of aorist usage. In Sanskrit, in the Rig Veda, there are lots of aorist verb endings. In classical, in modern day language, classical Sanskrit, it doesn't appear that often. And people are still trying to understand, fathom, what is the meaning of that. The aorist basically means it does not have any limitations. It doesn't, if it's a past tense, it's not complete. Okay. It's also considered a wish, a prayer. All that meaning comes in this verb. There's no common modern day equivalent. Okay, so I have just given two meanings: have spoken and may he speak. May he speak. He is within bracket because it is first person, third person, singular. Okay, so that is the verb avochat. So adhi avochat means who speaks over and above something. Okay, who, if there is someone has said, he says something over that, above that, or you can say overrule also. Okay, it's okay. We will come to understand the meaning when we go through the mantra. Adhivakta. Okay, adhivakta, the word which translation I have put as advocate, means adhi also has meaning of in favor of, in support of. So vakta means one who speaks. Adhivakta means who gives a command over and above. Okay. It also can mean an advocate, someone who will speak on your behalf, or go to explain to others about what you are doing. Things like that. So that's why advocate, a lawyer. That kind of meaning. Adhivakta. Prathamaha. Prathamaha means first, or the foremost one. Okay, both. Like many of you know, Prathama Vandana means one to whom you worship first. So he is the supreme. He is above everyone else. So Prathama means first or foremost. Daivyaha. Okay, I have given many commentators have given many different meanings. I have just picked two of them. Daivyaha means one who is the Antaryami of the Devas. If a Deva is being a Deva, the one who is the essence of that Deva is Daivya. That is one meaning. So he is the Antaryami of gods. It also, I think last time also we looked at Uvya, the ear type of ear, that sound comes. So that means is fit to be honored by gods. Okay. I think we looked at Yogya. Okay. So that kind of meaning. So fit to be honored by gods. Oh, fit to be God also you can say. So there are multiple meanings you can give. Who protects the gods. Also there are about 10-20 meanings have been given by commentators, so I've just picked two of them. Daivya also means your faith. The faith is also, is the one which runs our life. or okay. Bhishak. Bhishak means a doctor, a vaidya, a physician. Okay. So this is all being addressed to Rudra. Okay. Is Adhivakta, is Prathama, Daivya, Bhishak. Actually, commentators have taken all of them together and put them together also to give meanings. For example, Adhivakta Prathama means he is the foremost Adhivakta, the best of advocates. You can say Prathamaha Daivyaha. So he's the foremost among gods. Okay, that's also meaning. Daivyaha Bhishak means he's a doctor of Bhishak is doctor of gods. Daivyaha Bhishak, or who, a doctor who is divine. So there are multiple ways commentators have meant this. So the thing is, Rudra speaks on your behalf. He's the foremost among or anything, anyone. He's the foremost of gods. He's the foremost of physician or doctor. All that meaning comes through. Okay. So Adhivakta Prathamaha Daivyaha Bhishak Adhiyavochat. So that means he who is the doctor, God, the indweller of gods, the foremost one, the one who speaks on your behalf in your favor, Adhiyavochat. He spoke, he has spoken, and he will speak, and may he speak. So all that meaning comes. So it is a prayer, it's a statement, and it's a prayer also. Oh, it's a wish. Okay. Adhyavochat means may you speak on our behalf, in our favor. Adhivakta Prathamaha Daivyaha Bhishak. Ahin. Ahin means snake. Ahibhushana, I think there are bhajans like that. Ahi means snake. Anything which has poison, it's poisonous. Anything which moves, that kind of meaning. Okay. So what you can see and directly see. Ahi means snakes. Cha sarvan, and it's sarvan, all. So that means ahincha sarva means all poisonous things. So you can say the commentators say a serpent, a snake, a scorpion, anything which can inject poison. Okay. Ahincha sarvan means all kinds of poisonous things. So basically, if you get a disease, something has injected something poisonous in you. So any you can say bacteria, virus, all such things. Or animals bite you, uh, things can bite you. Snakes can bite you. Dogs, tigers, lions. You can name any of them. Anything which causes you harm and creates poison in you. Ahincha sarva. Jambayan. Jambayan means is destroyed. They are just destroyed. So as soon as the Lord speaks, everything is destroyed. So his word has so much power. Okay, if something has caused harm, God can overrule that. So Adhi Avochat means overruler. Okay, that's the meaning you can take. The next one is Sarva cha Yatu Dhanyah. Sarva means all, and Yatu Dhanyah means evil spirits, demons, which can possess. So that is unseen. Okay, Ahin means whatever you can see and experience directly. These are ghosts, evil spirits. They also can possess and cause harm. Just the way a germ can enter you, an evil spirit also can enter your mental world. So that is the way the Rishi says. So that also creates disease. And other meaning which the commentators are given is even negative feelings, negative qualities also enter us and poison us. So that is also removed by this Bhishak, Prathamo Daivyo Bishop, the foremost of divine physician. So Rudra is said. So by him speaking, and may he speak, through that all this will be destroyed. Ahincha sarvan jambhayam sarvascha yatu dhanyah. So in short, the meaning is, may the advocate, the one who overrules, okay, one who speaks in our favor, foremost one, Pratamaha, Daivyaha, indweller of gods, physician, Bhishak, speak in our favor, Avochat, may he speak in our favor, Avochat, Adhi Avochat, destroying. Destroying all serpents. Oh my gosh, sorry about lots of spelling mistakes. I will update again and save it. So anything poisonous. Okay, so that's what this, I hope you all understand the meaning. So this mantra is considered very, very powerful for dealing with any ailment. Anyone who is sick, this mantra is repeating, this mantra can cure a person. Of course, it's in God's hands how he cures. Because the ultimate treatment is making sure that we are not born again. Our ignorance, it's the ultimate disease. Adi Vyadhi, the original disease is ignorance. So that also he removes. He will remove, again, being born again and again is also a disease. So he can remove that also. But everyone in the ancient days, they will chant this mantra whenever there is sickness. So there will be some relief. The Lord will take care. Okay. So that is the meaning of this mantra. I will go to the dhyanam, okay, the meditation shloka. Chandrardha Maulim, Chandrardha Maulim, Kalari, Vyala Yagnyopavitinam, Vyala Yagnyopavitinam, Jwalat Pavaka Sankasham, Jwalat Pavaka Sankasham, Dhyayed Devam, Dhyayed Devam, Trilochanam, Chandrardhamaulim, Kalari Vyala Yagnyopavitinam, Jwalat Pavaka Sankasham, Dhyayed Devam, Trilochanam. Chandrardhamaulim, Kalari Vyala Yagnyopavitinam, Jwalat Pavaka Sankasham, Dhyayed Devam, Trilochanam. Meanings, Dhyayet, one should meditate. Devam, to the Lord. I missed it, but it's okay. Dhyayet Devam. Trilochanam, one who has three eyes. Three, Lochanam is eyes. The triple-eyed one. Okay, one whose head crowned with half moon. Chandra is moon. Ardha means half. Maulim means one who has him in the crescent or head. Okay, whose head crowned with half moon. Chandrardha Maulim. Enemy of time, god of death. Kala Ari, Kalari. Okay, one who is the enemy of death itself. Kalari, or time. One who wears snake as the sacred thread. Vyala means snake. Yagnyopavitinam. Yagnyopavitinam. Yagnyopa means the sacred thread. So he wears a snake as a sacred thread. Yagnyopavitinam. Brilliant as blazing fires. That is, Jwala is blazing. Okay. Pavaka means fire. Sankasha means brilliant. Kashi we looked at. Sankasha means with who is joined, or who is united with that Jwalat Pavaka. So blazing fire. Okay. So you can see he can burn anything. Kalari, he can even overcome death. Chandrardha Maulim Trilochana, one who is past, present, and future, 3 eyes. And let us meditate on him. So that is the meaning of the dhyana shloka. So we can meditate on him as 3-eyed one who is wearing the Chandrardha Mauli and who is the enemy of death, god of death. I think all of us will remember the Markandeya story. So I will just, I've got a few quotations from Swami, so on death and so on. So I will just go through them. When the 16 years were over, the Lord of Death arrived and cast his noose to take the life of Markandeya. The noose did not cover Markandeya alone. The Shivalinga was also caught in the noose because Markandeya was embracing the Linga. When the Lord of Death started drawing the noose, Shiva emerged from the Linga. Shiva asked the Lord of Death, "How dare you cast your nose on the one who had become one with me and also cast me in the noose?" So you can say the Adhivakta Adhyavochat. Okay, he can speak on anyone's behalf in favor of his devotees. Shiva chastised the Lord of Death, saying that he would be entitled to take the life of Markandeya if he had been alone, but not when he had become one with him. So when the devotee has become one with him, he cannot take one's life. Kalari. Okay. Adhivakta Adhyavochat. No one is entitled to touch a person who has united himself with me, said Shiva. Shiva chastised Yama and protected Markandeya with immortality. So this is the ultimate Bhishak, okay, who has taken away everything. Of all that is a disease is all removed. Death is removed. So this is a story which all of us know. I thought we can read in Swami's words. I am reminded of the resurrection which we all know of is Walter Kavan in the early 70s when Swami brought him back to life. So Walter Kavan says that he was taken somewhere and Swami had come to a court to say, argue in his favor and say he has some work to do. So I have to take him back. And he brought him back. So he was the advocate for him in the court of Yama. So that's the story narrated by Walter Kavan. So you can see that is the Lord. So we'll go to the, so this what we have taken is from the discourse in 1997, 23rd January. So now I have taken something from Dharma Vahini because about medicine, okay. Though everyone is entitled to the heritage of knowledge of Brahman, only those who equip themselves with the qualifications can receive it. One must be strong enough to undergo treatment and to digest and assimilate the medicine, right? So that's if he's a bishop, if he's a doctor, what we have to prepare ourselves. So that's what one must be strong enough to undergo treatment and to digest and assimilate the medicine. If the strength is not there, the great physician himself will not certify that the patient can take the medicine. If the patient is weak and cannot take the medicine, the doctor would say, he cannot take the medicine. Okay, it's only the doctor can say so. Some physicians, seeing the plight of the patient, give drugs free to those who are in dire need and are too poor to afford them. So sometimes doctors treat free of charge. They give expensive medicine free to some people who can't afford, because they have qualified themselves and they've proved, and the doctor has mercy on them, compassion. What then of the Lord, the greatest physician, Prathamo Daivyo Bishak? Okay, the Lord, the greatest physician, Prathamo Daivyo Bishak, the source of mercy and grace. He takes into consideration the capacity and need, and he arranges for the supply of the drug. So that is the Bishak. So Swami has nicely explained who is the Prathamo Daivyo Bishak. So I thought you can read that. It's from Dharmavahini, chapter 9. Then another one. Okay, how a doctor treats. Perhaps no other divine manifest. So this is actually Kasturi writing about Swami in Satyam Shivam Sundaram, volume 1, chapter 7. Perhaps no other divine manifestations has poured out so much grace. Baba is the divine physician, diagnosing the ills of the supplicant and laying bare the innermost blemishes of character or conduct with the utmost kindness, applying the soothing balm of his grace for the prescription of appropriate remedies. The interview room at Puttaparthi has become the scene of countless transformations of character, revolutions of belief, confirmation of faith, curing of disease, calming of temper, discarding of hatred, salvaging of souls, and reunion of hearts. Seldom does a person leave after the interview with a dry eye. Sai Baba gives to everyone hope and courage, contentment and faith, assurance and solace, because he says, "Why fear when I am here? Put all your faith in me. I shall guide and guard you." So I thought about Swami being the Prathamo Daivyo Bishak for us. I thought it will be very fine to read the words of Kasturi about Swami. One more excerpt I got. Again, Satyam Sundaram. Actually, it's not. When Swami administers what may appear as bitter medicine, it is for your own good. God is the physician for the ills of human existence. You may not relish the taste of his medicine, but whatever Swami does, says or gives is all for your good. Okay, I think the reference from where I got may be wrong. I will fix it. Please take a look at it. Okay, so we will go to the next mantra, if it's okay. Asau yastamro aruna uta babhru sumangala. Asau yastamro aruna uta babhru sumangala. Ye chemagum Rudra abhito dikshu shrita sahasra shovai shagum heda imahe. Asau yastamro aruna uta babhru sumangala. Ye chemagum Rudra abhito dikshu shrita sahasra shovai shagum heda imahe. Asavyastamro aruna uta babhrus sumangalah. Ye chemagum Rudra abhito dikshu shrita sahasra shovai shagum hed imahe. This is the Samhita form without the accents. I have split it by word, pada. Asau. This Yastramro is made of two words, Yaha and Tamraha. Yaha, the Visarga becomes is, so it becomes Yastamro. Tamraha, again the Visarga becomes O because of Sandhi. Yaha Tamraha is actually Yastramro. Arunaha, the Visarga is actually dropped because of Sandhi, so it becomes Aruna. Utta, Babru, okay, Sumangala, there's no change. Ye, Cha Imam, okay, it becomes Che Mam. Again, the Gum is again because it's a Taitriya or Krishna Yajurveda sound, which is for chanting it's used. But the simple word is Imam, not Imagn. Okay, such a Imam becomes Che Mam or Che Magn. Rudra Ha, that Visarga is actually dropped because of Sandhi. Abhitah, Abhitah, the Visarga becomes To, O, and becomes that's a becomes Abhito. Dikshu, no change. Shritaha, Sahasrashaha, Sahasrashaha, the Visarga has become O, and the next word is Ava. The has become Avagraha, that's A is a bit silent in the Sandhi, and it's depicted with an Avagraha, an S-shaped one, a silent Ava. Esham, the Va and A becomes Y, okay, so Y, okay. Esham, again Sham, that has become Gun, okay, that so I've removed the G for our purposes. Ava Esham, Hedaha, again the Visarga is dropped up there because of Sandhi, Imahe. So I will just look at the words one by one. Asau, Yaha, Tamraha, Arunaha, Uta, Babruhu, Sumangalaha, Ye, Cha, Imam, Rudra, Abhita, Dikshu, Shritaha, Sahasrashaha, Ava, Esham, Hedaha, Imahe. I think I should have pointed out some of the letters for your pronunciation purposes. Asau, yes, Tamro, Aruna, Uta, Babru. This is the fourth letter in the Pavarga, so just be aspirated. Bru. Okay. Babru. Sumangalaha. Ye Che Magam Rudra. Abhito. This is again the fourth letter in the Pavarga. Abhito. Dikshu. Again, they hear the sh is again tongue raised up. Dikshu. Okay. Shrita. Sahasra Shovai. Sha. Shagum. Eda Imahe. It's also, a bit tongue twisting mantra. If you look at the Rishi Chandas and Devata, the Rishi is Kala. Okay, this is Bhatta Bhaskara is the only commentator who is giving this information, Kala. He says others, some people say it is Marutwan. So you can see there are also multiple people saying, giving credit to different Rishis. Kalaha, he says some people say it's Marutwan. Okay, another Rishi. Chandas, no one has given information, so I've left it blank. And there are a couple of I couldn't figure out myself, because Bhatta Bhaskar is mentioning about it, but it's not very clear. He does not give. He gives the name of Jagati. He says Panchapada. So there are multiple. Chandas is a vast ocean, so I don't have much knowledge to figure it out, and I could not find any reference, so I have left it blank. Devata, the Lord, is Adityatma Rudra. Okay, Rudra in Aditya Atma, as the Atman of Aditya, as a sun. That is the Devata this mantra is worshipping. Okay, now we will look at the meaning word by word. Asau means that one. Okay, that one. So and so. All that meaning is asau, so and so. Okay, or the same one. Okay, all that means asau. Yaha, he who means, so the one who we have been discussing or talking about or chanting or praying about. Okay, asau yaha, that person. Okay, yaha tamra. Tamra means his color is of copper, copper colored one. Okay, tamra. Arunaha. Aruna means also dawn. Okay, dawn, deep red in color, so that is also meant. Okay, uta means further. Babruhu. Babruhu, I have given the word here golden yellow colored one. Okay, sometimes they say brown also. They say pingala. That's another meaning. So brown yellow is also sometimes mentioned. I have used the word golden yellow. Okay, Sumangalaha, auspicious one. So most of the commentators says this Rudra whom we have been speaking about is Tamraha. Okay, it's of three colors it has been described. So the commentator says Tamraha is before dawn when the sunlight comes out. It's coppery color. Ta also means tamas, one who is fire. So who is removing darkness is Tamraha. Okay, so at that time you can see a coppery color. So it's they are, see, most of the Vedic prayers are addressed to sun, the rising sun. So they see the Tamra Varna, who is, you can see the sun rising. Okay, that is Tamra, one who is removing the darkness. Aruna means at dawn is very deep red in color. Okay, he is just rising. Uta, then Babru, then he becomes golden yellow, sun's color. You look at sun, he's golden yellow after he rises. A young sun. Okay, it's golden yellow in color. Sumangalaha, he who is the most auspicious, divinely auspicious. Mangala is auspicious. Sumangala means the best, the divinely auspicious one. So they are describing Rudra with sun. He is the Tatyaksha Rudra, means who is the Rudra whom we can see. So you can see how the sages went into ecstasy by looking at the sun which is rising. And they say he is the auspicious one. He does all auspiciousness. Okay. Ye, which, cha, imam, imam means these. Okay, this, so these, this. Rudraha means many Rudras. Rudraha. Abhitah. Abhitah means from all sides. All four sides are surrounding. Okay, Abhitah. So there are Rudra which are around. Dikshu means in every dish. Okay, Diksha means different directions. Okay, in the directions. Shritak, Abhitak, Dikshu, Shritak. So that means in all directions around, they are occupying, they are staying. Okay, they occupy. Sahasrashaha, thousands. Okay, so there are Rudras around us. So the same Rudra is rising up. But then there are Rudras all around, in all directions, surrounding us all. Okay. Ava means away. Okay, let them away. Esham. Actually, sorry. These I should say. Okay. Esham, these. Okay. Hedaha. Heda means any obstruction, okay, any barrier, or one who cause injury. So let's look at the next word also, and then we look at the meaning. Imahe. Imahe means we wish, we beg, or we throw. All these meanings come with E. It's a very, it's a verb which is not used in classical Sanskrit. It's only in Vedic Sanskrit. So many of the commentators, they have taken ava imahe. So wish them away. Ave mahe is the way many of the commentators have put the words together. So the ava is here, imahe is here, ave mahe. Okay, ave mahe means you wish them away, wish them off, wish them, throw them off. That kind of meaning. Or we pray that they all vanish. So the mantra basically says there are many Rudras all around in all directions. We wish them, we pray that they let them leave, let them off. Okay. Because the sun, who is rising is the Sumangala. He is the one who gives us all auspicious things. Because in this world, everything is Rudra. There are harm that's also done through Rudra. The positive also done by Rudra. For everything we have to worship. So Swami will say you should worship for what you need to get and what you need to go leave. For both you have to pray. So that is what this mantra is. Asavyastamro arunauta babrus sumangala ye che imam Rudra abhito dikshu disha shrita sahasrasho vai sham heda imahe. Asavyah tamro aruna uta babrus sumangala ye che imam Rudra abhita dikshu shrita sahasrasha ava esham heda imahe. Okay, so we are praying, oh sun, you are the most auspicious one. Let everything leave us. Because sun also, when he comes, you can see even all darkness vanishes. If there are night prowled animals leave. So that is also meant here. When the sun rises, everything disappears. By prayer to sun, the sun rises, and by itself everything will be removed. So that is the meaning. So that's why this mantra is a worship of sun. Rudra in the form of sun. That's what we are saying here. So I have used, I think this same, we have already looked at. There is no specific dhyana mantra given for this. So I have just removed it now. For this, they have not given, no one has given a dhyana shloka. So I did not have, but I took 2 excerpts from Swami's discourses, Vahinis. So we'll take a look at them. About sun. Surya, the sun, illumines all beings in the 10 regions with his rays. Abhito dikshu. Okay, abhito. 10 regions means 8 above and below, from everywhere. Okay. Sun, abhito dikshu, 10 regions with his rays. Illumines all beings. Surya is the very self of Prajapati. Prajapati. So Prajapati is the one who created this world. The first person to bring up creation is Prajapati. The propagation of human race is through Prajapati. So all beings born in the region so illumined become the very self of Prajapati. Surya is the very self of Prajapati. So all beings born in the regions so illumined, that is the way he is illuminating, become the very self of Prajapati. So because sun is the Prajapati, because of him only everything comes into being. Everything is alive because of sun. So he is the one who gives life. So beings born in this region illumine. So when our world is illumined by the sun, we become Prajapati himself. Is the meaning. Okay. The word vital air or prana therefore refers to Aditya, the sun itself. So the sun gives vital essence, prana. So sun is the one who gives prana, life. Since all beings are able to live by consumption of food, etc., because the food is also because of sun. The sun is also known as the cosmic universal personality, Vaishwanara. Vaishwanara is the fire. We in the prayer, in our food prayer, we looked at Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. So Swami is saying the sun is also the cosmic personality in everyone. Okay, the fire, the Vaishwanara fire. Vaishwanara means everything is alive because of Vaishwanara. The Vishwam is alive because of Vaishwanara, which is sun. Okay, the whole universe is of his nature, so he's also known as cosmic form Vishwarupa. So this actually from Prashna Upanishad, and from Swami has written about it in the Upanishad Vahini. So where the sun is described, why we worship the sun. It's a sense of gratitude. It's a recognition of his love for us, his compassion. Because of him, we are alive. But that kind of grateful prayer. And by exposing ourselves to that light, that illumination, we can become like sun, is what the Prashna Upanishad says. So whenever we chant this mantra, we can remember that we also should become like the sun. Okay, by exposing ourselves to them, we can become that, is what the Upanishad says and Swami says. Another quote from Swami's discourses: all living beings are able to survive because of sun. Birds, beasts, trees, and crops all thrive on the energy got from the sun. The world will cease to exist without the sun. Human intelligence is a reflection of the effulgence of sun. So our own intelligence is a reflection of the essence of sun. The inquiring nature of the intellect is derived from the sun. Buddhi. Without the power of discrimination, man will be immoral. So that's a discourse in 1998. So that is why we worship the sun. Every day, Surya Namaskaram or Gayatri, Savita, all that, because sun is a source of all life, intelligence, discrimination, and everything. So he is the visible manifestation of God for all human beings, because you can't find anything greater visibly. So sun is given so much importance, and the rishis, as you can see in the mantra, Asavyas Tamro Arunota Babhrasu Mangala Ye Cheva Mams. First line is actually about the Surya, and whatever happens because of them is the removal of all that is bad. Ye Chemagam Abhito Dikshu Shrita Sahasra Shovai Shav Edaimahi. Okay, so that's roughly the meaning which I was able to give. It's 9:55. I don't know whether I rushed through the slides a bit too fast, because I thought I may not be able to cover. I will stop here, and if there is any question, anything which I have not been very clear of, please let me know. Yes, Brother Vimalesan.
Sairam. The Aruna is that particular word is means red. The meaning also red and also the rising of sun are both connected, right?
Yes, both the meanings are, because I think the commentators have given both the meanings, brother. So there are three shades of color, because in Vedic literature you will find a lot of mention about color, varna, hiranya varna, like that you would say. So the color is actually a reflection of sunlight. See, the color, any color we see is a reflection of the sunlight itself. That itself is light. The color is also light. So the way the commentators, whenever they see color, they see light. Okay, so that is the way. So Aruna is, so they have given these three as the colors of sun. The colors basically is the only way to describe the quality of sun which is actually coming out.
Okay.
So that is my understanding. So Aruna has the meaning of color as well as, and it has multiple more meanings. I don't want to go into those details. But Rina means no debt. Okay, Rina means that also, some have given the meaning. Rina means debt. Okay, loan. Okay, Aruna means one who removes all the debts.
Okay.
So that kind of meaning also can. So there are many meanings which can come from these words, but I am just using what the commentators have said, nothing else. Okay.
And also the word, the bishak, I would like to, can you get the shloka?
This one? Or you want the first mantra itself?
Yeah.
Adhyavosati Vakta Pratamo Dhaivya Bishak. Yes.
Okay. Bishak. So Bishak, that is the B is the fourth letter.
Yeah. So it's a Bhi.
Oh, okay. Bishak. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sai. Brother Kumar.
Yeah, brother, thank you. It was a lovely. The Prajapati, can you explain actually what a little bit deep into that word Praja? I just want to understand the word Praja a little bit more. If you, from the Swami's discourses. Yeah.
See, Ja means to be born. Praja means to make birth a possibility. Okay, so Praja means all that is born. All that is born everywhere is Praja. Tamil will say Prajai. So Prajapati means the Lord of Praja. Means one who is the Lord of procreation is Praja. So if even people will say everyone has the Prajapati instinct. That means the procreation is a natural instinct which comes from Prajapati. So that is the word Praja comes. Praja means all children are also called Praja. The king is ruling over Praja. So the original Prajapati is Daksha Prajapati. So Brahma is supposed to have created people to procreate. So Kashyapa Prajapati, Daksha Prajapati. So all human creation will all lead back to these Prajapatis, original. So if you take in other religions also, it's available. Similar concepts, like Adam was the first one, what and created, and Eve was created, and he said. So you can see the same strain of thinking has gone in every religion. So God initially creates beings which procreate. So Ja is to be born. Praja means to make birth, multiple, multiplying thing. Pra means to spread. Okay, Praja means to spread birth. Pati means the Lord. So God is the ultimate Prajapati. So I hope I have covered the word to my understanding. Okay, Sai.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Sairam Sai Satish.
Sairamana, you had mentioned about Chandrardha Moolam, right? So in that, the Ardha, of course, means half. But I was just wanting to know, we also say the crescent moon on Lord Shiva's head, like the Moonram Pirai kind of thing. So I just wanted to, in that context. Yes.
See, from what I understand, Ardha means a part. Generally, we can translate it as half. So there is half moon, the 3 crescent moon, a single crescent moon. So when the moon is actually reducing, that is when God wears it, is my understanding. I think Swami says in Shivaratri discourses, the moon undergoes the reduction, and the best one which Shiva likes is 1 crescent. That's when it's called Shivaratri. So when almost moon is disappearing, that becomes Shiva. But before that itself, he wears it. So once he wears, I think it goes down. So Shivaratri means only 1 crescent. But Moonram Pirai also, some people say, that's a visible crescent or something like that, people say. Then half is Ardha. But Ardha means, from what I understand, it's a part, a portion, also has a meaning. I also was wondering why it's half moon. No one has half moon if you just get half. But I think it's a part, portion. That's my understanding. I will do a bit more research and come back. A good question. I didn't dwell on it too much. Saira.
Thanks, Anna.
So it's 10:02. Okay. Somebody said,
Sairam,
yes, Auntie, please go ahead.
yeah, this Prajapati, we refer to the sun, right? The
Yes.
rising sun.
Yes, in this case.
We normally believe that Brahma is the one who created everything. Can you please explain?
See, I was not there when Brahma did the job, Auntie, but, but the thing is, Brahma, so all of them who are born from Brahma are called Manasaputras. So apparently he willed and it materialized. But once things materializes, they had to multiply themselves. So that is how the world was populated. Okay, so ultimately Swami will say the Brahma and Shiva and Vishnu are within each of us. So the thought to procreate comes from Brahma. He is the source of that energy. And that energy translates itself into the material world. In the material sense, these were Prajapatis who were created as beings with body and all that in the world. Whereas Brahma himself is without form. Okay, you don't find any temple for Brahma. And so the Prajapatis were the first human beings or beings, physical beings which were created. And they were given name as Prajapati. So sun is also a visible one with a form. So you can't go beyond sun as something which makes life happen physically. So the same Swami will say every human being also is a Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Shiva. Even before I am speaking, there's a Brahma which makes a sound appear, create this sound. So the sound comes. I think when we discussed Om, we discussed this. How the sound, the first vibrations come up and then it materializes as a sound. So the sound is produced at the throat level only. So, these are different interpretations. Brahma is ultimately a power or energy. It's not a physical person. As Swami says, it is the energy which is present in everyone. So without that energy, no creation will happen. No one will be able to procreate. So the Brahma is present in an unmanifest form, but then he manifests as Prajapati. So this is my understanding. I hope hopefully you find something better from elsewhere.
Thank you, Arno.
I think Swami has spoken about it, I think, in different places. Maybe at different points, I will try to bring that also inside.
So the Prajapati is in the Vedas or in Puranas, it's some position. So that, for example, Daksha Prajapati. But as you said in that that concept, ultimate Prajapati is God himself. But also it's like some position also.
Yeah, you can say, so ultimately that's Swami, that's we hear Swami has used the word. Surya is the very self means Swarupa. So the Swarupa means it's not necessarily form. Surya is the materialization of the real Prajapati. So even for a person to be a Prajapati, to procreate, the sun is the cause. Without the sun's energy, we cannot be alive. Nothing will happen. So I think from that sense, sun is the visible real self of Prajapati, which we can experience. Brahma we can't see, but sun we can see. So he is the visible presence of that principle. So I would say it's a principle rather than a person or a position. Because Brahma is supposed to have created so many people. Some of them became sannyasis. The first 4 saints, Sanaka, Sanatana, They just, so he was having some problem, so he had to bring forth others who can do the job of procreation. That's the way the Puranas explain. But in each of us, the sun is the one which energizes us, or energizes every living being so that they can procreate.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that's prana. So it's 10:07. If there are no other questions, we can close the session with prayer, and we will meet next week. Saira. समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। साई राम।